Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, Hey English. I'm Sara, and today we're diving into a powerful topic that touches all of our lives: forgiveness. Now, forgiveness isn't just about saying I'm sorry or it's okay. It's much deeper than that. It's a journey that can lead to healing, personal growth, and healthier relationships. You know, as the famous author Lewis B. Smedes once said, "To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you." Isn't that profound? Today we'll explore what forgiveness truly means, why it's so important, and how we can practice it in our daily lives. And along the way, I'll be introducing some key vocabulary related to forgiveness that will not only help you understand this concept better, but also enhance your English skills. So, let's get started. Our first words to learn are forgiveness, which is the noun form, and to forgive, which is the verb. Remember, forgiveness is the act of forgiving someone, while to forgive means to let go of anger or resentment towards someone who has wronged you. Are you ready to explore the power of forgiveness together? Let's jump right in. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive deeper into what forgiveness really means. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It doesn't mean you condone what someone did, nor does it mean you have to forget the hurt. Instead, it's about releasing the hold that anger or resentment has on you. It's a conscious decision to let go of the negative feelings, which ultimately leads to personal freedom and emotional healing. To illustrate this, think of a time when someone wronged you. Maybe a friend let you down or a colleague didn't deliver on a promise. Holding on to that resentment can feel heavy, like carrying around a backpack full of rocks. But when you choose to forgive, it's like setting that backpack down. You're freeing yourself from the burden and making room for more positive experiences in your life. Now, let's talk about some common idioms related to forgiveness. One popular expression is to hold a grudge. This means to continue feeling angry or upset with someone for a long time. For example, if someone always reminds you of a mistake you made years ago, they might be holding a grudge. On the flip side, we have the idiom to bury the hatchet. This means to make peace and forget past disagreements. It's like saying, let's put our differences aside and move forward together. Understanding these idioms can help you express feelings about forgiveness in a more colourful way, which can enrich your conversations. Now, let's take a quick look at the grammar aspect. The verb to forgive can be used in different tenses. For instance, you might say, I forgive you in the present tense, or I forgave you, when talking about something that happened in the past. And when we use the noun forgiveness, we can say, my forgiveness is a gift to myself. Isn't it interesting how language shapes our understanding of emotions? By expanding our vocabulary around forgiveness, we not only improve our English, but also deepen our comprehension of this powerful concept. So, as we explore this topic, I invite you to think about your own experiences with forgiveness. Have you ever struggled to forgive someone? Or perhaps you found it easy to let go? Keep these questions in mind as we continue our journey into the heart of forgiveness. Now that we have a clearer understanding of what forgiveness is, let's explore why it's so important. Forgiveness is not just a gift we give to others. It's a gift we give to ourselves. When we hold on to anger or resentment, we're essentially giving away our power to the person who hurt us. But when we choose to forgive, we reclaim that power and take control of our own happiness. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with negative emotions. Each time you hold a grudge, you add another rock to that backpack. It can become overwhelmingly heavy, affecting not only your mental health but also your physical well-being. Studies have shown that forgiving others can lead to lower stress levels, reduced anxiety, and even better heart health. In fact, a research study published in the Journal of Health Psychology found that individuals who practice forgiveness tend to have lower blood pressure and experience less chronic pain. So, not only does forgiveness lighten our emotional load, but it also enhances our overall health. Let's take a moment to reflect on some vocabulary associated with this idea. Words like bitterness and resentment are often tied to holding on to past hurts. Bitterness is that lingering sense of anger that can sour our outlook on life. On the other hand, when we embrace forgiveness, we open ourselves up to reconciliation, which is the process of restoring friendly relations after a conflict. Now, speaking of personal experiences, I want to share a brief story. A few years ago, I had a falling out with a close friend. We both said things we didn't mean, and for months we didn't speak. But after reflecting on how much I valued our friendship, I realized that holding on to that anger was only hurting me. I decided to reach out and offer my forgiveness. That conversation not only healed our friendship, but also brought me a sense of relief I hadn't felt in a long time. This brings me to a crucial point. Forgiveness is a process, and it can take time. It doesn't happen overnight, and that's perfectly okay. The key is to be gentle with yourself as you navigate your feelings. As we continue exploring the concept of forgiveness, consider how it might positively impact your life and relationships. What if you could let go of that emotional baggage? How would it feel to move forward with a lighter heart? Forgiveness is a powerful tool that can transform our lives in so many ways, and I can't wait to share more about how we can practice it effectively. Now that we've discussed the importance of forgiveness, let's explore some practical steps you can take to practice forgiveness in your own life. Remember, forgiveness is a personal journey, and it's okay to take your time with it. Step 1. Acknowledge your feelings. The first step in the forgiveness process is to acknowledge your feelings. It's completely normal to feel hurt, angry, or betrayed. Give yourself permission to feel these emotions without judgment. You might say to yourself, I feel hurt by what happened, and that's okay. By recognizing your feelings, you're taking the first step toward healing. Step 2. Reflect on the situation. Next, take some time to reflect on the situation. Ask yourself questions like, what happened? Why did it affect me so deeply? This reflection can help you gain clarity and understand the impact of the situation on your emotions. Remember, it's not about blaming others. It's about understanding your own feelings and reactions. Step 3. Decide to forgive. Once you've reflected on your feelings, make a conscious decision to forgive. This is a pivotal moment in the process. You might say, I choose to forgive this person because I want to free myself from this pain. It's important to understand that this decision doesn't mean you're condoning their behavior. It simply means you're choosing to release the negative hold it has on you. Step 4. Communicate your forgiveness. When you feel ready, consider communicating your forgiveness to the person involved. This can be done through a heartfelt conversation, a letter, or even a simple message. Use phrases like, I want you to know that I forgive you for what happened. This act of communication can be incredibly freeing for both parties and can help rebuild trust. Step 5. Let go. The final step is to let go. This might be the most challenging part, but it's crucial. Letting go means consciously choosing to release those negative feelings. You can visualize this by imagining your anger and resentment as balloons floating away into the sky. With each balloon you release, you're lightening your emotional load. As we discuss these steps, let's also touch on some grammar points. When we talk about forgiveness, we often use the future tense to express our intentions. For example, you might say, I will forgive you, indicating a decision you plan to follow through with. This shows that forgiveness is an active choice, not just a passive feeling. And remember, practicing forgiveness isn't always easy, and it's okay to seek support from friends, family, or even professionals if you need help. You might use phrases like, I'm working on forgiving this person, which indicates that you're on a journey, and that's perfectly valid. As you think about these steps, consider which one resonates with you the most. Maybe you're at the point where you need to acknowledge your feelings, or perhaps you're ready to communicate your forgiveness. Whatever stage you're in, be patient with yourself. Forgiveness is a powerful tool that can transform your life, and I believe that with practice, it can lead to deeper connections and a more peaceful heart. Let's continue our exploration of this essential aspect of our emotional well-being. Now that we've covered how to practice forgiveness, let's broaden our perspective and explore some cultural views on forgiveness. It's fascinating how different cultures approach this powerful concept, and understanding these perspectives can deepen our appreciation for forgiveness in our own lives. In many Eastern cultures, forgiveness is often viewed through the lens of harmony and community. For example, in Buddhist traditions, forgiveness is considered a vital practice for achieving inner peace. The idea is that holding on to anger can create suffering, not just for the person who wronged you, but for yourself as well. In this context, forgiveness is a way to cultivate compassion and let go of negative feelings, fostering a sense of interconnectedness with others. On the other hand, in some Western cultures, forgiveness is often seen as an individual journey. It emphasizes personal empowerment and emotional healing. In these cultures, people are encouraged to express their feelings, acknowledge their pain, and then actively work towards forgiveness. The focus is on self-liberation, as we discussed earlier, where forgiving others frees you from emotional burdens. Now, let's explore some vocabulary related to cultural perspectives on forgiveness. Words like cultural norms and tradition are essential in this context. Cultural norms refer to the shared expectations and rules that guide behavior within a group, while traditions are the customs and practices passed down through generations. Both play a significant role in shaping how forgiveness is understood and practiced in different societies. An interesting example of cultural idioms related to forgiveness comes from Spanish-speaking cultures, where they often say, "Perdono, pero no olvido," which translates to, "I forgive, but I don't forget." This phrase highlights a nuanced view of forgiveness, suggesting that while one may choose to forgive, the memory of the hurt remains, influencing future interactions. In Indigenous cultures, forgiveness is frequently tied to the concept of community healing. For instance, many Indigenous peoples emphasize the importance of restoring balance and harmony within the community. Forgiveness can be a communal process, where dialogue and understanding among individuals lead to collective healing. As we consider these cultural perspectives, it's essential to reflect on our own beliefs about forgiveness. How do your cultural background and upbringing shape your understanding of forgiveness? Do you find yourself leaning more towards the Eastern or Western approach, or perhaps a blend of both? Exploring these diverse perspectives can enrich our understanding of forgiveness and offer us new tools for navigating our relationships. By appreciating the various cultural views on forgiveness, we can learn to embrace this powerful concept in our own lives, no matter where we come from. As we move forward, let's think about how we can apply these insights to foster a more forgiving and compassionate world, one small act at a time. As we wrap up our discussion on the power of forgiveness, I want to take a moment to reflect on what we've explored together. We've uncovered the essence of forgiveness, learned its importance, and discovered practical steps to practice it in our lives. We've also journeyed through various cultural perspectives, highlighting how forgiveness can be understood in different ways across the globe. Forgiveness is truly a gift, not just for others, but primarily for ourselves. It allows us to release the emotional burdens we carry and embrace a life filled with compassion, understanding, and healing. Remember, it's a journey that takes time and patience, and it's perfectly okay to seek help along the way. As we conclude, I encourage you to think about one small step you can take today toward forgiveness. Whether it's acknowledging your feelings, having a conversation, or simply letting go of a grudge, every step counts. And don't forget to enrich your vocabulary around this topic. Using words like forgiveness, compassion, and reconciliation not only helps improve your English, but also deepens your understanding of the emotions tied to these concepts. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey of understanding forgiveness. If you found this discussion helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Hey English for more engaging content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts on forgiveness in the comments below. What has your experience been? Until next time, take care of yourselves and remember the power of forgiveness is always within your reach.